shameful situations that occur in our lives. Shame, family secrets, personal failures, abuse, rape. And I remember being raped myself at the age of 18. And I remember that feeling of being able to get away. And I hopped in my car and I was hysterically crying. And I drove to the nearest police station, but I couldn't go in. I was so ashamed. And I remember someone, coming up to the car, driving by the car, and they were like, "Are you okay?" And I didn't say anything. And I was so hysterical. And I ended up, driving myself home. And I got home and I was supposed to go into work that day. And I remember getting home and I called the lady at my job, told her I was not going to be going in. And I was still just hysterical and crying. And then I did call the police once I got home, and they did come, to my residence and pick me up. But even that was shameful because we lived across from our high school, like across the park from a high school. And I remember the children seeing the police car at our house and me getting in the police. It was just a shameful situation. And it gets worse. I prosecuted my rapist, okay? And the trial was not any better, okay? The clothes that I had on, I had to bring them in, and I was fully dressed because I had to go into work. And this wasn't a romantic person, and never been intimate with this person, never alluded to intimacy with this person. And I remember the questions, that were asked on the stand, and it was meant to humiliate me even further. And I felt so strong being able to stand up to my accuser and prosecute him. And I remember even having nightmares, of things crawling under the sheets of my bed. So this shame, these attacks, this abuse that have caused you shame that you're holding in, you've got to address them. You've got to address them. You've got to attack it head on. Whatever that means for you, you've got to attack it head on. These are causes of shame and humiliation. And remember, shame is it is a painful feeling of humiliation or distress caused by wrong or foolish behavior. Okay, it is the feelings of shame is likened unto a continuum with death. It's how a body decomposes after burial. So you can't continue to repress the shame that you feel by the things that you've experienced in life, whether you caused or have done, or that were caused and done by you.